She's been feeling further than a memory. Just want to go back to how it used to be, how it's supposed to be. Might be as elusive as it's close to me. She's been feeling further than a memory. Just want to go back to how it used to be.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Black Friday stream. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving where you ate a lot, hung out with family, friends, got to watch the Egg Bowl, which was crazy, and watched the World Cup today, which was also, well, it wasn't that crazy at all. No points scored. Great. All right, so just starting the stream with Doge, because Doge, as you know, watching the stream or being a patron, it's like this is one of the only ones in crypto that's been showing an actual like bullish argument that is stronger than hopium and a joke, like consecutive higher highs, higher lows, and you know, a type 2 return now on a completed bullish shark pattern with 12-hour bullish divergence at the bottom, rallying and now testing a key or critical inflection point resistance, 9 cents. If you break this, I mean, it could do exactly what happened before when you broke it, which means 12, 13 plus cents. You look left, you see this is it. This is everything. August 16th high. Understand, so Dogecoin bullish breakout watch. And it could be insane. We talked about this every single day. We look at Doge every day now, right? So above this level, I mean, if you're talking about peaks, we're talking like 46% upside on Doge, above 9 cents. Now you haven't really broken it. And even recently, you know, between November 9th and even all the way to the 16th, you failed over and over and over again. But why it's different this time is because the sellers attempted to push the price lower, but the buyers defended, and again, you created at the pattern completion zone of the shark the second low, not the first, the second. That to me is really good. That confirms a bottom, and now just coming up to this resistance again. It's like, if it was real, why are we going to test it again and fail? So I'm just thinking really good things in store for Doge if you can just get above this level. Tweeted, you know, pinged Elon Musk, see if he's out there watching, right? But all it takes, man. Where this is right now, you get an Elon Musk tweet about Doge, it goes up 40% in like a day probably. Because there's just nothing here really. Straight up and down. You could get straight up and down again. A lot of straight down. All right, so that's your Doge. Had to start it with that because it's just more interesting. It's more interesting than Bitcoin. It's more interesting than Ethereum and BNB. A little bit more interesting than XRP because XRP also showing something kind of interesting, kind of stronger and better looking than Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I don't know if it's on the same level as Doge. I don't think anything's on the same level as Doge in terms of traditional technical analysis, harmonics, development, right? Bullish divergence, confirmation lows, type 2 returns, inflection points being tested, making higher highs, higher lows consecutively for a reasonable amount of time now. Nothing's really showing the same things Doge is doing, okay? And guess what? It's a joke. Doge is a joke, dude. It's Doge. Haha. But if anything else out there was showing the same exact type of development, we'd be praising it too. It just so happens this time, Thanksgiving 2022, Doge looks good on the chart. Okay, let's go to Bitcoin because you're obsessed. I get it. There's plenty of reason to be obsessed. Give me, I have, I'm living somewhere else now. This is just my office right now for the next couple months. So this is your Bitcoin, right? Most recently made its lowest low in years. Buyers defended a local low, though. I'm talking about the candle close. It's like the lowest low, and you've rallied, and you have not made a higher high, even locally from November 18th. It's still a lower high. And yes, I understand, like above 16.2, you could go to 17.6 easy. This could be a confirmation low, too. But again, it's not doing the same thing as Doge. Doge has already put in its lowest lows. It's now making much higher lows than the previous lows before it, and higher highs. Bitcoin's not doing that, okay? But you can imagine what could happen to Doge if Bitcoin does rally here. If you stay above 16.2 long enough. My God, it would be insane. All right, so just sideways consolidation for a few days now after that initial little rally, a couple days. And that's it. Kind of flat, kind of boring, kind of not much to talk about with Bitcoin. Okay, cool. We go to the daily. Daily is, again, really nothing. Nothing really happening on Bitcoin. You're above 16.2, but that's kind of a joke to me. I mean, really, it could hold. It's holding. My God, it is holding, and it's very thin order book to the upside too. Just like the downside, you think 13K, but if it rallied here, it could look at it. I mean, like there's not too much here. First stop 17K, 17.5, right? Then 19,650. If it's gonna do what it's done in history, straight up and down and up and down and up. So okay. Kind of boring and it's in a bear trend, long-term downtrend, mid-term downtrend, short-term downtrend still. All of it's bad. But okay, we'll look at it because it's Bitcoin. Until things change, that's where we are. Ethereum, I mean, look, dude, you got, you're near that 886 bottom. You never hit the 886. You hit the 868 probably, an 86% retrace, 85% retrace, just not 886. I understand that US Oil did very similar stuff, if not the exact same stuff in terms of where it bottomed. It didn't hit the 886, it hit the 85% retrace before that massive shark ushered in the entire reversal of US Oil. So maybe it's too strong, but again, like even locally, you're not making higher highs. You're still, in fact, making lower highs on the 60-minute chart, lower highs than November 19th highs, lower highs than November 15th, November 10th. It could rally here. It's just nothing good about it. It's just nothing great. It's just not an awesome setup currently. I'd prefer to see $1,014, not $1,090. So I can be like, yeah, the harmonic has technically completed. It has not technically completed right now. And where you are is stupid. It's just like there's nothing here. It's the first time in human history you pretty much reversed where you did, recently. So above 1224, though, if you ever get above 1224, you could go straight back up to 1420. Okay, it is all about the levels. You're currently below one, but if you broke it to the upside, 1420. If you cannot break 1224 in time, you will be seeing 980 probably soon if we're talking about historical inflection points. That's it. That's what you got going on. All right, so let's shift over to the quad screen, you know, the one we've had, the 60-minute charts with Bitcoin top left, Ethereum top right, XRP bottom left, and then Binance coin bottom right. If you didn't know what happened this weekend, we just get some Jesus chimes for this with confirmation. Dogecoin has overtaken Cardano for the 5th largest market cap crypto. We had discussed that could happen. It is now confirmed. Get wrecked, Hoskins and Son. A joke has taken over your market cap. Do another podcast. Do another webinar, bro. All right, so we're looking at the 60-minute. This is what I was talking about. It's just like, I hope, man, I hope it goes 17,581 from here. We just pivot. We're holding, you know, you're holding up here above 16.2. All right, so 17,581. But you're still just not making higher highs yet than your just previous joke highs. Well, what's happening, dude? That's not what was supposed to be playing. Hold on now. All right. So that's Bitcoin 60-minute. Ethereum 60 minutes. Pretty cool, right? That supply line was breached and even formally back tested today. And that's it, above that 60-minute 200 moving average too. Pretty cool. So, you know, big range between 1,075 and 1,350 here. So that's not too bad, but still, right? Have you made a higher high even from this joke of a 60-minute miniature peak from November 19th or November 15th or November 10th? No, not yet. That's not good, really. But what has done what couldn't be done from the biggest market cap coins? It was XRP that has now eclipsed the peak from November 10th, 15th, and 20th. You are above it. That's awesome. You broke a rectangle, seems like. And we knew if you did see 39.67 cents again, it was going to be a confirmed partial decline. Well, it's now real life. That 70% chance of a breakout, it happened. It broke out. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to sustain the breakout and continue to rally. It just means a breakout would happen. You'd be breaching the resistance if you tested it again. So that's pretty cool to see that rectangle key technical indicator identified and actually being respected. 40 cent XRP. The 60-minute doesn't do the justice either of what's potentially happening on XRP. It's pretty cool. And the bottom right is Binance coin that we know, you know, kind of locally for most of the summer, range bound, besides that one spike and pump and dump between $260 and $300, you clearly can see what happens in between it. It's an up and down situation, except this one time, right? But once you fell back below it, look, you went to the bottom, then rallied and tested it, re-regarded it as resistance, reconfirming its validity. And now the same thing, like kind of whipsawing, falling below it, but getting right back above and running to the next level. So this doesn't really particularly look that bullish here. You're up against the resistance after a pump, but it's just going to follow the macro. Like whatever Bitcoin does, it's going to do, right? Bitcoin decides here, all right, time to run up to 17,581 to squeeze shorts. Fine. You know BNB is going to rally and break 300 easily. Okay, and if it did, then you'd have a target probably at 334, at least on the 60-minute. Okay. That's it. You could also see like an X, A, B, C situation, maybe C to D. All right. That's your quad screen, man. Everyone here? Anyone? I mean, are the audio levels good? Just make sure the stream's on. Haven't even checked chat yet. We're okay, maybe. Dang it, dude. I'm missing that freaking overtime game. Let me see if I can turn it on. Oh my god, dude. It's double overtime.
Carter's been the go-to guy for Finley throughout this game.
Come on. Come on, NC State.
Gonna keep it on the ground with Houston.
All right, so let's go to BNB on the normal screen. If I can. Yeah, Yeah, BNB just range bound, man. Stuck in these levels. You see it, it's at the top of that miniature range, and that's it. I mean, it's cool that it's above the 200-day moving average. There wasn't an edge at all when it pumped, so it's like cool. And you know the key levels here, 225 and 350. Not really that impressive. It's not a cool, I mean, it's just not like something where I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to swing trade this. It's been that way on BNB most this summer, God, at least since August. Okay, but XRP, far more intriguing on XRP. Where look, man, I mean, just think about it. You know, you put in a bottom, you back tested a spring, the key 32.5 cent level. I mean, Doge and XRP are the ones to, if Bitcoin's going to rally, which doesn't seem likely. It seems more probable we see 13K, 12K in time, even 11K in time. But say we got to squeeze upward. I mean, there are ones to ride. You'd be riding different ones, the best performers. And I think XRP would be one of those with a completed, pretty much Gartley pattern with an 886. Confirmation low pretty much too. If you go to the 4 hour, you can see it. And what's great about this is XRP is above the 200-day moving average now. It doesn't do that very often. I mean, that's something it normally fails to do. And just getting back above it like that, I think is awesome. And something, was there a golden cross? There was a golden cross, but it was in October. But lagging indicator too. How about this? The Gaussian. No, not really looking that crazy either. Doge Gaussian channel looks crazy. So yeah, there you have it, man. I think that's, if we're talking about, hey man, you have to pick the best technical looking cryptos that have large market caps, XRP is one of them. Yep. So unironically going from XRP back to Doge, because we did look at this first, but dude, there's something about, it's just Doge is the one. If you're talking about giving a crap about harmonics and stuff and all the technical indicators, this is it. This is the one. The 200-day simple moving average was tested, regarded as support twice. It's just, yesterday was a massive bullish engulfing candle and the highest daily candle close since November 10th. Not really that big a deal. What happened? Where did all my... Yeah, it just, one does not simply ignore this. Where did all my work go? What the bullish divergence that was class B, it was amazing. The histogram, you were pinged on this, patrons, and then this happened after. It was sweet. So how is this happening, dude? Doge is up 2.5% on the new day. It's only been 30 minutes, man. It's happening. Bitcoin's doing nothing. That's the whole thing. You'll see. You gotta, maybe you'll become a believer in key levels, inflection points, when they're actually broken for real. What can happen to Doge? The exact same thing that happened October 29th could happen again if this is real. You'll see. Not a joke. All right. So I just have to keep emphasizing on this because this is the dream. This is what you look for on any given day, on any given asset, on any given market. Stocks, commodities, currencies, cryptos. Doesn't matter. This is it. So I'll just add an alert set up if things are getting really insane while I'm live, you know. And I'm just telling you, man, there's no other crypto in the world that has backing by a billionaire that controls Twitter, that could at any time be like, all he has to do is ask the question, should I implement Doge into Twitter? That's all he has to do. All he has to do is post an emoji of a freaking dog, an apple, you know, the Apple emojis, just post it. It doesn't have to be Doge, it's just a dog. And that's it. This thing's gone. It goes to 12 cents. Okay, so. Oh, what's after Doge? Oh, Cardano. Cardano, like, who cares? Who cares about Cardano? You shouldn't care about Cardano. If Bitcoin rallies, if Ethereum rallies, this thing's gonna rally.
$1 on the 4 hours plaza.
What's up, Exhibit? Thanks for the 1618, man. Yeah, we'll look at it. Thanks. So it's gonna rally if they rally. If they don't rally, this thing continues to dump. And one thing though I think is it's gonna underperform. It's not gonna perform as well as Bitcoin and Ethereum and Doge and all the others. I'm just looking at it because it's your 5th largest crypto in the world, right? So. Okay, great. Below all key inflection points from history, only makes lower highs, lower lows since September of last year. So it's a loser. Until things change, it's a massive loser. You can go tell Hoskins and Son his coin is trash and a loser technically on charts. It is. Yeah. Okay, sorry. After Cardano, I mean, maybe DOT or maybe Matic that... Again, it's hold on to that 200-day moving average. That's pretty spectacular. Engulfing candle still active. That's a valid engulfing candle from the 22nd. You're the dead middle, right? Like if we're talking about trading, okay, this is just the theory of where like a harmonic if it completed. If you're talking about trading, wouldn't you be wanting this asset to see 69 to 72 cents? Because that's like where you can strategize an optimum entry and a very tight stop loss. If it failed, you get stopped out. Take on some losses, not a big deal, but look at the upside. You get down here, you run to 94 cents. I mean, like the asset gets down there, one of these two levels. Look what you could do. It could go, it has 31% upside. It has to 37% upside if it gets down here. So enter, stop loss, take profits up at the top of the range, buy low, sell high. You're in the middle. You're like BNB. You can't really strategize properly. It's hard to do that. So it's like most of the time, it'll be like that. Most of the time, assets won't be at great entry levels when we're just looking at them on any given day. Sometimes, yes, but it's rare. And that's why it requires you to scan, hit that space bar, have a nice watch list set up. It's just not at the best spot, but I get it. Like one low, maybe a second low, that's it. And it's going to rally to 95 cents here, but it's more coin flippish, you know? Oh my God, man, this coffee is running through me. I have to go to the bathroom. Let's take a look at total. But, you know, buyers defended it, man. Like, I'm not going to argue and say they didn't do that. You know, like, as long as you're above 760 billion, I mean...
I like turtles.
No body bags. There it is. I mean, this is the previous cycle top. 2018, there it was. Black Saturday, the sellers relented after the big crash and a huge markup happened, but then now look where we are again, the exact same levels. But again, the bearish breakdowns aren't real, right? Because there was zero follow through immediately. It was like you break these key inflection points and then the next day you rally to get back above them. Okay, so that's not a breakdown. So, I mean, once you break back below this level, I think you're so screwed. I mean, there's just so much downside. So that means like, hey man, if you want to take a shot, you better, if one is taking a shot on total market cap where it is now, you better have stop loss set up just somewhere marginally below or at this level. Okay. Just telling you. People randomly just typing Doge. Well, I mean, dude, my alert hasn't gone off, so you know. So, yeah. Oh, it's up 5%. Well, that's not good enough, man, okay? I need it to be up 80% in seconds, or else joke. Just kidding. It was wonderful, man. It was... That and XRP, one of the only, I think, good, you know, maybe ETC, maybe, but I just don't, I don't know, man. Let me show you what I've got on ETC. it's almost identical to Ethereum. What? Ethereum Classic's almost identical technically to Ethereum? Yeah. I mean, it's not like that normally at all, but it just happens to be like that right now. Wow, let's go. NC State just upset North Carolina. I freaking love it, man. Hi in the chat. Rivalry upset. Okay. Here's your Ethereum Classic. Pretty much, I mean, it's like that 87% retrace. It's there, man. And it's there. And you could, I mean, that divergence just kind of crapped out. It just and turned into hidden bearish divergence and rolled over. But maybe the RSI, you could argue now, is giving us something like that. I mean, that is the low to the lower lows. You're making the case is there. The argument's there for seller exhaustion down here. And it's not quite at 1369. That's the big one, right? I mean, that's undeniably one of the most important inflection points on this chart. It's not even close. 1320, 1369. But if you complete a harmonic and you're diverging, this could, the upside, $24 minimum if it was to rally here. And if you ever broke $24, $40. So pay attention to ETC that's just been getting ground pounded since July. It had that crazy run, couple weeks, hit this major inflection point, confirmed the top out, then a really up thrusted and then back tested the up thrust in early September and then went straight down, and you just haven't hit those levels yet. But that's good, right? You want to fail. You want to see sellers fail to push the price to the key inflection point, because accumulation. If you see sellers fail, we hit an 886, a deep retrace, but we fail to see the inflection point just below it, accumulation argument, and a complex wave structure. That means, what happens? Oftentimes we see these M shapes, they can do this. So really want maybe keep your eye on ETC as well. Okay, ETC. Most others, nothing like this. We could just go to any random coin and they're just not gonna look as appetizing. Like algo. There's nothing appetizing about an algorithm, or Algorand, excuse me. I mean, it broke supports. It's nearing the next inflection point. It just hasn't technically touched at 22.26 cents. It hit a low of 22.56 cents. I mean, that virtually is hitting it. I mean, hey man, you don't hold 27 cents. You're probably going to 22 cents. And I mean, that's it. And then really though, below that, you go down to 16 cents. That's kind of a longer term target. It's making lower lows, right? It's making the lowest lows it's made since 2 years ago, over 2 years technically now. That's not what Doge is doing. That's not what Ethereum Classic's doing. That's not what XRP is doing. They're doing different things in algo. That's right. What about Atom? Atom's getting pretty close to a level that is interesting, but again, it's not completing an M shape from its lows to highs. It's not quite at 850. Okay, very big deal. And it's not showing seller exhaustion. Nothing's really there yet, it's just, it'll definitely rally if Bitcoin rallied, if crypto rallied, of course. But again, it's like the low, then the lower low. You're not making a low, then a higher low, or the same low with divergence. Just the variables we look for just aren't there on most of these coins. Okay, that's what I'm doing. All right, a little basic attention token. It's not showing the things we want, what we covet on a chart, all the variables that converge and say, they all say at the same time, impending price action reversal. It just made its lowest levels since January 2021. We're going on 2-year lows, right? You've broken key supports at 29 cents, the top of the range, and you're just patiently waiting for 14.5 cents if you're able to get it, right? Divergence you had underperformed miserably and you dumped. So there's just nothing there for a long argument, right? Even if it rallied, the variables don't exist that we look for. Do you get it? I mean, that's kind of like my purpose is just we look for the things that exist. Even if those things don't exist at that current time, they can still rally. Just like if they do exist, they can still dump. But Bitcoin Cash, it's okay. Bitcoin Cash is okay, actually. There are way worse ones than this. Anything above 105, 107 is really interesting, but it's kind of like Bitcoin, where have you made a higher high than November 5th? No. Have you made a higher high than September 11th or August 12th or July 20th? No. Okay, well, is this wedge even valid? I don't know. It's been disregarded a couple times, but you do have to admire and really love a tweezer bottom that market participants gave us, because this right here, man, this is a Japanese candlestick reversal. This is extremely educational. Okay, very educational. You need to look for this. I mean, look up tweezer bottom Japanese candlestick. Find it everywhere on the internet. And if you're new, this is a great reversal candle, 2 Japanese candlesticks where you have matching wicks like that, large bodies and 2 matching wicks. It's virtually like the intraday double bottoms, like on less significant time scales, but visibly on a daily. You look at that, and it's really strong. And look what's happened since that happened. I mean, since the tweezer bottom, was painted. I mean, 31% up in a couple weeks. So it was in the middle of nowhere too. I mean, it was not at a level where you ever reverse, ever. It just happened to occur, but yeah, you think like above 105 could be awesome. If you get a back test, that would be, this level would be getting, market participants would be reconfirming the validity of this area as support. And what happened historically when that occurred, you won't go straight to 134 and beyond. So just pay attention. Could be low risk opportunity at the 105, 107 area. But again, it's still not as good as Doge or XRP because it's just making lower highs from your most recent discernible highs. That's still downtrending. You just made your lowest low in years. So those aren't good. That's not what Doge is doing. That's not what XRP is doing. Sorry. Crypto.com, unofficial scam. Where it is, you would think that 5.7 cents is coming again, and then 5.2 after that. They're marketing at the World Cup. I think what Crow's doing is they're just like FTX. They're just taking everyone's money and they're blowing it all on themselves, but also marketing their Ponzi so it can continue. Because this thing's going to come crashing down eventually, all right? Crow, man. It's a joke. An actual joke. All your money spent on advertising a Ponzi scheme. And that's an ongoing Ponzi. And it's just not yet. There's just not been enough stress on the market for this thing to completely fall out. All right. We keep going. I mean, something that happened. I know we talked about it a little bit, Dash that hit the lowest price since 2017. Bounced off that COVID crash low, rallied, but is still only making lower highs. So it's a joke. It's still stupid bad. Great that it's above $38, but it's still showing that. For now, it's only showing that there is distribution until you take out the high from November 6th through 8th. It's a joke. It's just a bear market, lowest low in multiple 4 or 5 years, and then the lowest high of the entire downtrend it's been in for a year. That is just, there's no argument for bulls, even if it pivots and continues to rally. I mean, maybe you back test 38.57 successfully as support, but my God, dude, there's like hidden bearish divergence that could start developing on the histogram. It's just cool story, bro, but not a strong argument. There's no argument really for a trend reversal or being in a bull trend and any kind of bullish pattern in a bullish trend. It's just not there, man. Okay, QNT, there was a request, I believe. Let's look at it. Let's knock it out while we're just looking at random S coins, the Beanie Baby stream. QNT, pretty freaking solid right here, man. I'm not kidding. Look at this. You can talk about magnificent price action. We're talking about, look, July 2021, the candle open, and then it's been support in February 2022. It's been support, I mean, August. It's a zone of inflection. You're holding it. And what else? The 200-day simple moving average being regarded as well. This is actually really nice looking right here. And wow, can you tell me that's an 886? Oh, you tell me it's an 886. This is like, yeah, it's an 886, of course. Of course it is. 886, back test the 200-day moving average. You can clearly see one low, then the second low. 4 hour, it's going to be there. This is, and it's in a confirmed uptrend in the midterm. This is unlike mostly everything else. This is in the category of Doge, QNT. Yeah, QNT is actually so good right now. Accumulation, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Holding $100, you could be going straight up to $156. So the upside potential from here, you got 30 to 31% upside just from here. That's incredible, man. And now I don't think you can say it's actually maybe you can. Maybe it is a harmonic. Maybe it's like a bat pattern. It's kind of weird up here, but I think it's good. I think it's valid. Yeah, you have a 50% and oh my God, it is a valid bullish bat pattern. Very, very similar to Dogecoin, okay? They're out there. This is not a high market cap crypto. Most high market cap cryptos are awful and not really good for arguments for longs. But Doge is, XRP kind of is. This one is too. This one's solid. I mean, it's virtually trade setup worthy. Yeah. You got to love the volume. Look at this diverging volume. Oh, you got to love it, man. Like same lows and spring back test and just got receding volume. Oh God, this is great, man. This is, dang, dude. This is maybe a smidge better than Doge in ways, a little bit. No, that's not true. Lots of S coins look terrible. And they look nothing like this. So that's wrong. No. Most altcoins look like dog crap, technically. And they, if Bitcoin goes up, they go up too. It doesn't mean they were good long trade setups or they had an argument based on traditional technical analysis like this one in Doge and kind of XRP. They all look like Dash and whatever, all the other crap coins we looked at in Cardano. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. If you're enjoying the live stream, the like button, the bell, the sub. Let's go, dude. I mean, look at Doge, dude, up 5%. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at that. You are breaking out. Okay, we have a.
Look here. Look, listen.
We have a breakout occurring on Dogecoin. First level of positive momentum being built since November 7th or something. You know, you're now in the bullish control zone on the RSI at 63, but not overbought. And there it is. This is the level, man. This is almost everything. August 17th's peak. You're breaking it, man. My alert didn't go off, did it? No, it was close. So we'll keep the screen on this while I go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Hey. Wow. Tough crowd. Like, I have as much chat activity as someone with 5 viewers in my stream. I don't get it. I don't know. What's the phenomenon of that? Don't understand. I don't know. I guess this doesn't... There's nothing to talk about amongst yourselves. I guess we could just keep going. Keep looking at these crap coins. DGB, miserable. I mean, look at this thing. It's like, hey man, most coins look good. No, they don't. Most coins look absolutely awful, even if they were to rally. Look at this thing, 7.6 tenths of 1 cent. The key of key levels, it's undeniable. It's everywhere, all the time. You're below it and you're rejecting it again. Look at that fake out, nice fake out, and just rolling over. You're on 6% today. DGB, what happened, man? What about DOT? Terrible. It's just garbage, man. These are technically garbage charts that have nothing. They shouldn't even be in the same sentence as Doge, XRP, QNT, maybe even ETC. Awful. There's nothing to talk about. It's just much lower prices in time. And if it doesn't happen, okay, but there was never a long argument right now. This is awful. No edge, nothing implying a reversal's coming, no structural development that implies reversal now, no inflection points is testing that you would think, oh, buyers might have limit buys set up. Nope, none of that on DOT or all these other ones. GGB, Crow, it's crap. Yeah, Litecoin's another one. Yeah, let's go to Litecoin because that isn't another category. It's in a good category, all right? It's I think it's reversed its trend, where you have a low, then a high, then a higher low, then higher highs, then higher lows, then higher high, then higher, same low, and now higher highs. That's trend reversal stuff. I believe the trend reversed and you saw your highest level a few days ago you hadn't seen since May. Multi-month highs. And you went from, what, $66 straight up to $84. You're pulling back. Maybe there's a little bearish divergence on the 12-hour RSI, but the MACD is contradicting that. Go to the daily on this one. What's cool about this is like a supply line was breached. You broke it and you even kind of back tested it on the 14th. And again, if you break $84 ever, Litecoin goes straight up to 105 most likely. Just like when it broke 66 for real and not fake out, it went straight to $84. That was the target. If it ever did break, you don't know when an asset's gonna break a resistance, but we do know what is most likely in store for the asset if it is a true breakout above that level, based on what we've gathered from history, historical price action. Straight down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? Up, down. So probably up, straight up to 105, 110. So nice stuff, man. Daily maybe RSI showing some of that bearish divergence too, but this thing's strong, man. There's just, most assets don't look like this in crypto. So please pay attention to the strong performers, the outperformers, the better assets, because they're not all created equal right now. Most are created equally terrible, but then there's like a handful of ones that are doing something completely different than all the others. Go to Mana. Well, I'll tell you this about Mana. Like, if you like digging through the garbage can to find a sale or to find something interesting, look at Mana, the Metaverse, bro. June 22nd, 2021. That was a long time ago, year and a half ago. Look what you've done. I mean, you've tried to hold. You're holding it for now. I wouldn't say there's much argument for divergence. Maybe Class C bullish divergence, where you make a low, then a substantially lower low with the same levels on the oscillator on the RSI, maybe. But just say it's interesting. But it's trying to compare this to Dogecoin or XRP. It's not even the same league. Same different markets almost. QNT compared to this, forget about it. Forget about it. Metaverse, man. God. Decentraland and its activate users. That's right, man. Hey, those are real people, dude. Not bots. Maker, you know, it's kind of interesting. But not really. I mean, I'm not gonna take it long on Maker over Doge or XRP or QNT. Just because it's buyers are defending a local low from Black Saturday, June 18th. Again, I still am just not sold on it. Like it made a high. First time buyers defended, made a high, then sold off, made a lower low, continuing the downtrend argument, then made a lower high in the previous side, rejecting the 200-day moving average. And now it's sold off, and it's not making a lower low than the previous low, but it's right there. And again, if you have a finite amount of capital, aren't you looking for the best presented argument based on traditional technical analysis to make a decision? I think you would, versus just, I'm going to go with Maker too, because it's at a support, but all it's done, its most recent discernible event is the lowest low of the entire downtrend. And also one of the Maker's developers got killed, didn't he? So somewhere in South America. I think it's all tied up with FTX. Weird deep state, crazy stuff, man. Altcoins make me thirsty. I swear down. But Neo, there's just nothing about it, right? It's just like, oh, if it rallies here, it's because Bitcoin rallied and there was no technical argument for why it would rally now. Just put in its fresh lows, lowest lows since March 2020. We're talking 2.5 years plus, getting closer and closer every day to 3-year lows, right? Because, you know, but yeah, 2.5-year lows, lowest low of the downtrend, no bullish argument, no like seller exhaustion. It's just miserable. It's just miserable. And if it rallies, it's only because Bitcoin rallied. That's it. We could do this all day. ONT. Well, it just made all-time lows or whatever. Broke even its local range. Looks almost like a bear flag. There's no bullish diver. It's just loser. Below the 200 moving average was so pathetic. November 6th, it couldn't even test the 200 again. What about Shiba? Let's go back to Shiba. Shiba's kind of in that category. It's not like Neo. It's not like Maker and Mana and all these other losers, but it could be better. One thing you gotta like about Shiba is from the previous low to the high, it is at an 88% retrace. So you're talking about value perceived areas. Something else that is spectacular about Shiba is buyers have defended that peak from September 17th of 2021. Being above that is really, really good. I mean, on the daily, it's like one of the most important levels. As you can see, buyers back in May defended it. They're trying again. And you could just say that maybe Shiba has itself a bullish bat, or the Gartley that hit the 786 and did this. And it was like, wow, that's amazing. It now retraced to the 886. And from this low to this low, it's much weaker. Or it's just like it's shortening of thrust behavior where shouldn't this dump a lot lower? And remember, I'm replotting this. Yeah, that's good. 38%. Yeah. And then you've just got like the 886, and it's like a completed harmonics, and it makes sense, right? Because like if Doge is gonna go berserk, I mean Shiba's probably gonna catch some bids off of it because it almost always does, right? It's some weird thing about, hey man, Dogecoin's the joke, but this is the spinoff of the joke. So it'll probably catch, you know, it'd be like if Walmart did well, it might affect Target positively that day. Or if Nvidia had good earnings or pumped, AMD might have a good day because of that. It's the same thing. It's like Doge has a good day. Well, Shiba might do well too. So you just pay attention. You know, what's happened recently in the past few days, getting back above that candle high close from September 2021. The upside is immense. Based on history, almost always, almost every single time, if you're above that level, if you hold it as support or you rally back above it for real, From that level, you go straight up 45 to 50%. So you could almost, just like Doge, it has its own argument for if you want to test, if you want to play with these levels, you know, having a stop loss just somewhere marginally below that September 2021 high, you could do that. And it's very high reward to risk, unlike almost all the others. All these other crypto jokes are like falling below their June lows. This is not. This is completing an M shape at the deepest retrace, the 886. Okay. And that fitness bike, like a M3, sounds like a BMW almost. Let's see. I don't remember what brand it was. Like a, hold on. All right, it's a Kaiser M3i. Kaiser M3i, all right? Oh, and there's, it looks like if you type that in, there are Black Friday sales. Looks like there's one shows $400 off. So, you know, if you're looking for an insanely good, compact, stationary bike, the Kaiser M3i is amazing. I use it all the time. I love it. Okay. So you get it? I mean, that's Shiba now. There's an argument. Unlike others, this one has an argument. God, Q&T, man. Q&T is like... Oh, it feels so good, dude. Really does. What site? I don't know, dude. I don't want to be... I don't do that. I don't push. Just type in Google. It should pop up. I think it was sponsored, so it's going to be there if they're advertising properly. So, we keep going. Oh, remember Sol? Remember SOL? Dude, like loser, scam, joke. $5 if you're patient. And, you know, there were already people in the past few days like, I thought you said $5 Sol, dude. And it said $14 at pump, man. It's like, hi, you know, welcome to a market that it's not going to go to $5 instantly. It's not even going to go to $55 from $130 instantly. It takes time, man. It takes weeks to get there. It just crashed, man. It just literally crashed from $40 to $12 in less than a week. Calm down, relax. Once this last level is taken out, $5, man. Okay, it's just sitting at an inflection point from history. Yes, Exhibit, absolutely. Rewind the stream. I posted it. I mean, it was posted to patrons, but also I painted it on the stream. Just rewind, you can find it. How about Tron? Oh, this one, man. Just to me, I get it that it's above support again, but the context is miserable. It's like lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows every single time. USDD, I think it might have repegged actually, unfortunately, right? But look, man, this is doom, death to Yi below 5 cents. The buyers, I mean, I guess it's the Communist Chinese Party is just desperately trying to prop this up with their TikTok money, I guess, right? That it, once this breaks, 37.7% downside so fast. I mean, yeah, maybe it goes to 4 cents first, but I'm thinking like 2.5. I think it loses half its value below 5 cents. Just the lower highs, so bad. Below the 200-day moving average every time. All you do is lower highs, lower lows. Well, it's like descending massive. Okay, I had an epiphany. I had like a vision. I had something that happened to me when I somehow was looking at this. I'm like, oh my God, dude. Oh my God. And it's just come back to me. Tron is Bitcoin in 2018. This is $6,000 right here. Okay. $6,000 Bitcoin. What are you talking about, dude? Have you lost your mind? No, have you? Burn this image in your mind, okay? You make these highs, substantially lower highs. It looks like this, right? I mean, it's virtually a massive descending triangle. And then all we do is we go to Bitcoin again. And we go back to yesteryear. And we look at the same effing picture where it's just the buying climax, the bubble popped, right? And then you've just got these lower highs over and over and over again with a base of buying. And once that $6,000, 58.73 breaks, bye-bye 55% downside in 5 weeks. Okay? That is Tron right now. Tron is doing the exact same thing. And you're probably near the end. It's like end of the line. You look at this, and then we go back to this. I need Pam Beasley because it's the same picture, virtually. Well, hey man, Bitcoin 16,588. All right. Doge still hanging out, 5% up on the day. FTM's up 3.92%, almost 4%. Looking at this one, and just to me, hey, well, here's something that happened. Below 18.5 cents, you're pretty much doomed. I mean, you go 70% down, you go to 5 cents. And I think that'll happen in time probably. And this shows that. But you did do something recently where there was a supply line and you breached it. And if you get back above 19.5 cents, some really good stuff could happen. This could be a failed bearish breakdown and there could be consequences. Where the consequences above 19.5 cents, above really 18.5 cents, is straight down and up and down and up and down and up, down, up, right, down, up, down, and then could be up again. So this is interesting where buyers are trying to defend a level, very, very real level here. There's a long time spent trying to really push the price down. They just weren't there. The sellers weren't there. It looks like you're diverging too in the 4 hour at least. So yes, this is not a joke. This is very real. These are levels. This is a daily candle high close from February 13th, 2021. And then all this correlation afterward, right? But the issue is lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. You just keep making lower highs, man. It's so bad. It's annoying, right? So it's like, but again, holding this level, you could go to 29 cents. I mean, like below this level, 70% downside. Above this level, 48% upside, 50% upside. It's like 7% downside, 50% upside, depending on which way or what happens at these very key inflection points, or this inflection point, 18.5 cents. They're trying. But I hate the lower highs like that. They're just better assets, even if it holds and rallies 50%. They're just better looking things to own. Yeah, how many likes we got? 6 likes. Thanks for the 5 likes, dude. Really appreciate it. Okay, back to Bitcoin. That is up on the day, 0.5%. Buyers defended 16.2. Trying to break out of that bearish control zone. That's nice. Very good, man. You get back above 40. Back to neutral. Starts painting a little better picture. That's still kind of nothing burger. I know it is nothing burger for now, but Dude, come on, man. Trying to stay positive here. Here's the quad screen. So you can see kind of where we are, like Ethereum, a really nice supply line breakout back test and trying to run and getting very close to taking out yesterday's highs. Like 12.14, 12.15. You do that and then, okay, head up to 12.31 and break those. And then maybe you see 13.50. BNB is breaching that $300 mark again. What breached it is trying to back test it. This is real. It's not a joke level. You break that, you could be headed. I mean, $350, $360. And then, of course, XRP has already breached its 60-minute rectangle. And I think if Bitcoin and Ethereum go, I think XRP is going to kill it, man. I think XRP and Doge are just going to go insane. If these go up, these are the ones that we're outperforming are going to outperform on the way up too. Okay. Let's see. Is there another request? I can't remember. I don't think. Nope, there was no other request. Exhibit, man. Thanks for supporting the channel. So yeah, I've been live for an hour now, so I guess that's good, right? I guess that's good enough. Good enough, man. Nah, there's not much more to talk about. All right, we're good, I guess. Okay, well, enjoy your pump. Enjoy your weekend. I sure as heck am. And thanks for watching. I will see y'all later. G-Dog, a little late, man. Normally it's good to tip during the stream, but since it's so dead, I guess I'll do it. Whatever. Wise. Hopefully you're the only one watching still. You and me. I don't really know what I'm looking at here besides like maybe see the daily. Maybe hidden bullish divergence. I mean, yeah, it's pivoted. You got earnings coming up next week, so I'd be really careful on that. You just never know where that's going to go. But I guess its trend is reversed since, you know, it bottomed out in May and June. But that's about it. If it's going to go for a full reset, I mean, where are you at Fibonacci-wise? 786 lines up with the high from July 2021, and the 886 is 1075. I don't know if you'll get there, man. It's not a good start. It's like one wave down, then now you're like the big wave down and the smaller wave up. It's going to be a lower high most likely eventually. Not your greatest request, right? What is it about it that you love so much? It's just, there's not any data, man, at all. But yeah, cool that it's been rallying. That's nice. It's been rallying. Currently at a 50% retrace before pulling back. All right. Golden Cross. Woo. September 28th. G-Dog, thanks for the second contribution of the day. I'll be working at McDonald's soon. Okay. Thank you.